I'm about to get into a car driven by artificial intelligence for the very first time. These things are all over the streets of Phoenix, and it's mind-blowing that they're cruising around without anyone behind the wheel. I've been digging into the tech behind these vehicles, but today, it's not just about learning, it's about experiencing it. Here's the twist. Not everyone is excited about this new tech. Do you want to go for a ride in one of these Waymos?
No, I'm a little old.
For me though, this is the start of my journey to ride 100 miles with no driver. The moment I landed, I saw these driverless cars rolling down the streets. Watching one drive by is surreal, but sitting inside one while it drives you, that's next level crazy. So stick around to see what this is like. But first, let's start at the beginning of today, because I almost didn't make it here. Oh, they changed the gate. If you saw my last videos, you know I'm on a mission to learn all about autonomous vehicles. And I woke up early today excited for my first ride in one. My day started with my Uber driver arriving at dark 30 in the morning. I was tired. What do you think? Would you ride in one of these autonomous vehicles? I thought I'd ask a few people along my journey to Phoenix to see if they would dare do it. The first place to start is my Uber driver. Would you trust riding in a car that was driven by artificial intelligence?
No, I don't think it's something I can trust right now. I know that in the future, of course.
When I asked what he thought self-driving cars meant for his job, he gave an insightful answer.
That's what we call technological unemployment. You know, technology will not take all jobs away from people. The human being has to be there.
Since my first driver backed out of picking me up at dark 30, I was running late when I arrived at the airport, and my stress was building when I saw way more people in line than I've ever seen as I went through security.
I hope I don't miss my flight.
My stress kept building when TSA decided to search my backpack. They found a little contraband item I'd gotten from another YouTuber. Can't believe it. It was Zach's jerry-rig everything knife. Zach, I'm blaming this one on you. I love the knife. Well, I can't really blame it on you. It's my fault for having it in the bag, but it was an awesome knife. But man, just about to miss my flight. They could not find it. It was buried in some pocket. Finally, I got there. Oh, they changed the gate. I was lucky when I looked at the flight board and found the flight had been delayed about 15 minutes so I could book it to the other end of the airport. Phew. Let's see whether people on the plane would ride in a self-driving vehicle.
I guess here in Phoenix, you can go ride in a car with no driver.
I don't know if I'd get in.
I know, like, what's your thought on that?
Yeah, good thing, and it could be a bad thing, depending on who's operating the system. Things like that just make me nervous, depending on how they're proven, you know? I think as time goes on, they'll get more reliable.
What would you say to your future self in like 25 years if you have a car that has no driver?
I don't know. My grandpa was pretty impressed with the microwave, so.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point.
It changes fast. It might be, in 25 years, it might be something better than a driverless car.
Would you get in a car that was driven by AI?
That's what I'm doing today.
Are you?
On that, yeah.
You try it out?
Around Phoenix for sure, yeah. My brother-in-law said he went on it. He took some video, and
Okay.
I trust it.
And just for fun, I had AI generate some images of self-driving cars. Stick around, I'll drop those at the end of this video.
Made it at the airport. Oh look, there's one of those AI-driven Waymo cars. That might even be my car, I'm not sure. We'll find out when we get down there. Here we go. Can't believe it's about to happen.
Safety does not allow them to play on or near.
Oh yeah, there's some people getting in one right there. All right, gotta find my hotel. I can be picked up in 5 minutes, so that sounds pretty good. I guess this thing's gonna tell me what it's gonna cost. 20 bucks. Chow time. Okay, request the car. Okay, here we go. Oh, 10 things to know. 4 minutes to pick up. Oh, set a unique car ID. Wow, that's kind of cool. Make it kind of green. All right, they're here to help. Our driving is safe and careful. They follow the roads. Extra time and care may be needed. So it's not going to be an Uber driver that's driving above the speed limit, it sounds like. Probably be in the slow lane. I do believe these do not drive on the freeway yet, though that's supposed to be starting soon. All right, well, I got 2 of these vehicles coming. Is one of them mine? All right, that's the one. Can't see it with the frame rate here, but it says TO, so that one's mine. It tells me it'll wait for another 4 minutes for me to get here. I guess I better grab my stuff. All right, I can hardly believe this. Look at this thing. There's nobody in here, completely empty. My phone here tells me to unlock. Car's gonna wait another 3 minutes. Okay, unlocking the doors. Oh, look at that. All the handles popped out. Yep, is it powered?
not powered. Okay, let's see here. Oh, there we go. It's closing itself. Okay, awesome. Okay, here we go. We're starting this, and we click start ride. And away we go. Doors just locked. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Holy smokes.
During your ride. We may use interior cameras, check on riders, improve our products, and more. But our microphones are only on when you're connected to rider support. So sing your heart out. We can't hear you.
It is driving. Look at this. I think it's using its blinkers and everything. Let's check out our screen.
Finally, relax.
The light just turned red. It's sitting and waiting. Oh, look at this. I can tell it to pull over, get support, play music, and we can see cars all over the place. All right, it's full on flipping a U-turn. Hey, there's a Car Keys Express van. Speaking of car keys, did you know that I started Tom's Key Company because I was tired of rip-off prices from car dealerships just for a spare key or fob for my vehicle? You can save big at tomskey.com. Well, it's cruising along at 40 miles an hour. The Waymo driver is controlled at all times. Please keep your hands off the wheel. Seems pretty nice looking. Leather Jaguar interior. Oh. All right, so I'm in this vehicle for about 3 or 4 minutes. It's pretty amazing. I'm already thinking about not having a driver next to me. Just an empty seat, no one's driving, and yet here it goes. Speed limit 40, it's going 40. This is interesting. The route that my phone would take or Google Maps would take takes me on a freeway, and these aren't driving on the freeway. So instead of an 18-minute trip, say it was a 25-minute trip. So it's like 7 minutes longer to get me there. Okay, here it is, it's turning left. I hear the blinker going. Yep, there it goes, it's turning. It's turning. Nobody's driving. That was just a left turn, like it did just great. Would you try this? What do you think? Leave a comment below. See me try and survive 100 miles with no one in the driver's seat except AI. Okay, I'm looking at the cars in front of me. They're pulling over. Waymo's kind of adjusted the steering wheel, aligned itself. This is the stuff of the future. This is the stuff from like science fiction when I was a kid. Can you believe it? I mean, this is awesome. We'll do some support tests later. We'll see what happens if I leave something in the car. Am I able to get it back? It's going 42 miles an hour in a 45-mile-an-hour zone. Kind of keep a nice, safe distance. Oh, I feel it accelerating now. That truck moved out of the way. All right, I'm like 10 minutes in this ride. I'm poking around on my phone. It just feels safe, you know? It just feels just like I'm driving with somebody, but there's nobody here. It seems like this thing has a sunroof, but I guess it's covered by all the equipment on top. There's just a big mirror above right now. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. Does anyone use these mirrors? There's also a rear view mirror. There's a mirror over there. I don't think Waymo's using them. We're coming into a bit of a construction zone. Seems to be navigating it just fine. It's kind of adjusting the steering wheel when it needs to. The screen tells me we're entering a slow zone, whatever that means. Okay, it's navigated that little construction zone with no problem. So I find myself thinking already, what does the future hold? I'm driving in a car in Phoenix, Arizona, sunshiny weather, very little rain, and this thing's just driving. Now, I live in Salt Lake City. We get snow there. There's icy roads sometimes in the winter. Is it very hard to imagine this thing driving there? Probably not. Like, it doesn't seem like it would take that much development for it to reach the point where it can safely drive on snowy and icy roads. Now, that safely driving may mean at times where it pulls over and says, I can't drive anymore. Of course, a human should be doing that, but usually we just push through and drive on these nasty streets. But it's not hard to imagine that many years down the road having these things everywhere. Anyone want to try and lay it down in front of it and see if it'll run you over? Oh my God. Probably won't try that. All right. This is just the start of my journey to ride 100 miles in completely autonomous vehicles. Be sure to subscribe to see the reactions of baby boomers, millennials, Gen X's, Gen Z's, and even some Gen Alphas. And just for fun, I asked AI what it thought an AI-driven vehicle looked like. Some are kind of cool, some are kind of funny, but until we all have our own AI-driven vehicles, you're gonna need a car key. Save time and money with tomskey.com by getting a spare before you lose that single key. Check out my video right here to see everything I've learned about the technology behind these cars driven by artificial intelligence.